Yes, good evening. I'm here off the Taft Highway, and as you guys can see, there is still an active scene here. And the family today tells me of Audrey Rivera, says their world is shattered. This entire block is filled with illegal dumping. If we take a closer look over here, you can see everything from trash, clothes. You guys can see there is a cluster of people who've come together for prayer and comfort for everyone who is protesting, but also to honor the life of George Floyd. Here at the River Lakes Community Church, they're transforming their parking lot into a drive-in movie theater for the first time. So that means you can catch a movie from right in your car. You guys can already hear the chanting. And again, this looks like a similar scene from yesterday outside the Bakersfield Police Department. Now I'm going to show you guys, it's only about 40 to 50 people here as of right now. Jamie Rosenblatt, who shares with me, her grandparents, herself, and her mother have all tested positive for the COVID-19 virus. And just behind me here at the Heart Hospital, her mother is fighting for her life. I was able to speak with Maddie Roberts, the Facebook creator of Area 51. They can't stop us all. And he tells me that the FBI came knocking on his door. And beside me, I have one of the owners, Jessica. So thank you so much for talking to me. So tell me, what does it feel like to have the shoppers call you and your workers superheroes? Many of us have had to interact with our loved ones through FaceTime and Zoom due to the COVID-19 outbreak. And here at the Palms senior community, there was no difference. And that was until the staff here built this 8-foot plexiglass shield for residents. Tim, Jess, the AAA report says screens like this one are a huge distraction, especially among the older population. Here at the Spectrum Amphitheater, here in Southwest Bakersfield, where every seat was filled, many remained standing as they cheered and chanted for presidential hopeful Bernie Sanders. Good evening. I'm here at Jerry's Pizza, and it's a very unusual sight for a Friday night. And they're one of the many places that have closed due to COVID-19. And today, the owner tells me they had to make a very difficult decision due to the outbreak. I'm here at the Brainiacs location here in Bakersfield, which is a one-of-a-kind experience. They have everything from the rage room right here. They have axe-throwing Nerf wars and even the escape room. We're here with Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and this is the infamous Move That Bus. And tonight we're going to learn who the family is and their story. We can't reveal who they are yet or the neighborhood, but we will be able to tonight.
I want to see the good cops out here. I wanted to speak out against their comrades that do the wrongdoing.
Protesters took to the streets for a second day in a row to show their support for the life of George Floyd, who passed away on Monday after his encounter with a Minneapolis police officer. Derek Chauvin now has been arrested and charged with third-degree murder. Many share it's their driving force to be here.
What if it was your dad, your brother, your son? You'd be out here?
A new face was seen with a handful of protesters. Pastor Angelo Frazier of River Lakes Community Church. He shares that he came here to speak and pray with protesters and to find a common ground of hope.
Violence smothers the neck of justice. And so everybody wants justice. We don't have a perfect system, but it's the system we have. And so Monday, we're going to ask people to come out and pray for the city, pray for the country, pray for the leaders, pray for the Floyd family out here Monday at 5 o'clock.
Pastor Frazier throughout the protest could be seen directing traffic around protesters, ensuring their safety, all while trying to find ways to connect. At one point, protesters laid in the middle of the street to stop traffic, and Pastor Frazier intervened.
And so I went over to her, she was waving her hands with all the people laying in the street. And when I walked over to her, she said, I have to go to work. Medical person, she's a nurse. So I saw her uniform and everything. So I turned to the people on the ground and said, you've got to get out of the way now. And they looked up at me and moved, scooted out of the way. And I escorted about 3 cars through and let them through.
As night fell, there were several intense moments with protesters and officers, as officers, like on Friday, created a barrier around their department after announcing that the protest was now unlawful. When 23 ABC asked what made it unlawful, an officer stated because someone threw a water bottle and other objects at officers.
Y'all not doing that but causing ruckus. Move peacefully about the way and roll with the rest of the congregation.
Al Sinclair is a Bakersfield native who owns a local business called Al Sinclair Imagery, where she provides video and photography services for special occasions, such as maternity shoots and weddings. Since the COVID-19 outbreak, Al Sinclair has had to reschedule 4 weddings, with brides unsure when they can set a future date.
So right now, it's just so important for everybody to do what they can, small, big, whatever, to just keep the positivity going.
After hearing from so many disappointed brides, she started to think of ways to lift their spirits. Allison Claire then uploaded this social media post offering to have brides send in items that they've chosen for their wedding day to create what she calls a wedding detail suite photo shoot, where she will professionally style and photograph all the bride's pieces for their big day.
Completely free, yeah. So basically the only out-of-pocket expense that the bride is going to face is just shipping the stuff to me, and then I'll ship it back. That's my gift. So yeah, and two, I mean, I'm providing all the extra little goodies. So the ring boxes, you know, I'm getting some florals and the ribbon and just little things.
Allison says that her clients are 90% based here in Bakersfield, but she's offering this special service to brides around the country. And so far, she has 9 brides who are already shipping their items to her, except for their actual rings.
I mean, it helps other vendors to get their work out and include them in on the conversation, include them in on this project that is super important to other people. And, you know, so it definitely keeps small businesses in the loop. And that's what's going to keep us afloat right now.
I never foresaw this happening to me at all. I've never done anything that's even reached this scale of attention. So it's completely surreal and it's really cool.
It's officially 44 days until the Storm Area 51 They Can't Stop Us All event takes place in Nevada on September 20th, which has now been warped into a festival that even got the attention of the FBI.
So the FBI agents that showed up, they showed up at 10 a.m. They contacted my mom and so she texted me, she's like, FBI's here, answer your phone. So because I was kind of scared at this point, but they were super cool. They really just wanted to make sure I wasn't like some kind of actual terrorist that's making pipe bombs in the living room.
Since the creation of the Facebook event back in June, memes, hashtags, and other Facebook groups have been created related to the event, causing it to go viral all across the country. The original post has racked in over 8.5 million views.
And it's insane. I just created a joke while I was playing video games, man, and it's taken off to this like absolutely wild monster. So I've been trying to make this into something that's positive, enjoyable, and safe and profitable for the people of rural Nevada too.
Robert says it's been a stressful week since Monday, when the event with almost 2 million RSVPs was deleted by Facebook.
Check and it's just completely deleted. There was no reason why. Tried to put in a bunch of different support tickets like, hey, what's going on here? What's the event? And I was kind of scared because now I'm trying to advocate all these people to go towards the safer option, but now I've lost the platform to do that.
Robert says he tried to create a new event, but those 2 events were deleted as well, causing a frenzy among possible attendees.
For the very first one, I got an alert that said it violated community standards. For the other 2, there was no reason. They just got completely blacklisted.
23 ABC reached out to Facebook officials about the deletion of the event, and they released this statement saying this was a mistake and the event page is now available again.
As Facebook goes, I just want to kind of thank them for putting the event back up. That way we do have that organization to actually point these people towards a safer option.
And he wants to keep the admission to the festivals free of charge.
I mean, profit would be nice, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm this profit-driven guy. Like I don't care about the money aspect. I just want to, because I mean, I never intended for this event to take off in the first place, but now that it has, I want to make it something fun. I think just trying to capitalize on it and make a ton of money is just kind of, I don't know, it ruins the spirit of the grassroots idea I have for the festival.
Robert says he wants to remind people that they're not actually going to storm the base, but want them to have a good time in the desert.
Victim of a gunshot wound. The victim is pregnant, currently starting CPR, 78 right born.
Never ever thought that he would do this. I didn't never think he'd pull a gun and kill her and leave her like that. When I found her, I didn't think that he would just. It really did shock me that I see her like that, because I did not ever think that from him at all, because she's the mother of his kid. She's the mother of his kid.
The family, as well as the Kern County Sheriff's Office, confirms that 34-year-old Adriana Rivera is the gunshot victim of a domestic dispute that occurred around 8:30 p.m. Sunday on the 7800 block of Florence Street near Weed Patch. Rivera, better known as Audrey, was 7 months pregnant. Deputies say she got into an argument with her on and off boyfriend, 36-year-old Javier Vidal, who then shot her, leaving the scene with her 2-year-old son, Elias Vidal, causing an Amber Alert to be issued.
The suspect is going to be the victim's boyfriend, Javier Vidal, who fled with their 2-year-old juvenile.
It wasn't until 11 p.m. that 2-year-old Elias was found at an unknown location without his father. It was 30 minutes after finding Elias, KCSO also located his father, Javier.
At around 11:35 on the 2900 block of Taft Highway. When we located the suspect, he started firing at us. A SWAT call out was initiated with the assistance of Bakersfield Police Department and California Highway Patrol. The standoff lasted till approximately 4 a.m. At 4 a.m., the suspect was declared deceased.
No law enforcement officers were injured, but the ordeal left Rivera's family devastated, but grateful that both of her children had survived, though her newborn son, Josiah, is fighting for his life on a breathing machine.
These next 24 hours are going to be critical, so we're asking that everybody pray or send good vibes, energy, whatever it is that you do. We just ask that you please do that for that baby.
And Rivera leaves behind 4 children, including the newborn. And the family says a picture on social media of that newborn is floating around. And they're asking if you have posted it to please take it down out of respect. For now, in Bakersfield, Lezla Gooden, 23 ABC News, connecting you.